A first down throw coming for Dalton. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go. First play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly why he threw the interceptions. Was it mechanics, bad reads, not enough study? Sometimes you just think about it way too much, and that leads you to the next one.
Time to refocus. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the interception, here's Tannehill. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Now he'll escape to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From midfield here, Dalton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Dalton now to pass. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
We're good. We're good.
Dalton, 1st and 10. To Mixon on the check down. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Go, on the ball. Good.
Now a play fake here on first down. To the left side here for Eifert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Hey, 20.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
368.
To throw again. Dalton. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he's is going to get this inside the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
Go, on the ball. On the ball. Over here, over here. You're good.
And it'll be Dalton again. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Going deep here for Still. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. He goes underneath the Drake. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
44. Here you go.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
368.
First and 10 for Dalton. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit. Well, that was a simple throw and catch. But even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. Andy Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
There you go, 368.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is taken in at the 5. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. It's the fullback as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Now it's Wilson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation. If they just...
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Geno Atkins coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now it's Wilson. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he powers his way up past the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. He dumps it off to Drake. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Dolphins, and even 40 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Here's Tannehill, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Tannehill, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown.
30. Play. Hey, 20. Here you go, Tiger. Tiger. Zebra, deuce.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's second down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Second and 10. Dalton once more. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
368.
To throw here, Dalton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Drake off the give from Tannehill. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Nick Vigil. And the return will cost him about a dozen yards or so, but his guys do indeed get the football back.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
368.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one goes for 24 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Dalton now to pass. High throw, but he makes the catch. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Andy Dalton now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Another chance for Dalton. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Pulled it good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Now it's Wilson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Tannehill now to throw. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's win. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Tannehill. Going deep here for Stills. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. And now Tannehill and the Dolphins are going to go for 2. Now Tannehill, and he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield here, Dalton. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's got room. The 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now Barkley. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And Bullock will put this one through. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And out come the Dolphins now. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Desperation time for Tannehill on fourth down. He's going to air it out. He's got a man. Complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. On first down, Drake. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Tannehill fighting Wilson for the Miami first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time. He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
On second down, here's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Tannehill taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is taken at his 4. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. And that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
56.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
56. Lucky 56. Now, Barney.
Here's Barkley. And that's incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin 1st down.
Hey, 20.
Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can make a play on the football.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Vontaze Burfict in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
Forced out to his left. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long